Welcome back to Living Local. The QC Environmental Film Series is working to uncover issues that are threatening the world we live in and educating our community about the importance of preserving our planet. Local kids and young adults are also joining the movement. Joining us in studio today, we have Bailey Johnston. She is with River Action, and Kristen Berggren. She's with Sierra Club Eagle View Group. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So, Kristen, can you remind us, what is the QC Environmental Film Series and how did it get started?
Okay, great. Well, last fall, Tony and Joyce Singh invited Nahant Marsh, River Action, and Sierra Club Eagle View Group to organize an environmental film series, first time in the Quad Cities, and that their family foundation would support it. So we've had 2 events, and this Sunday will be our 3rd one.
Wonderful. Now, what is different about the 3rd outing of the new QC Environmental Film Series?
Well, our other series are all one feature film, but this time we have shorts and one longer feature that we are highlighting the work of youth and young adults and the impact they're already having in protecting our environment.
Wow, that is so important that you're including the young people in on this 3rd outing, and then also just a variety of different, you know, media, like the short films. It's not just one huge long film. Now, can you tell us what are the Brower Youth Awards?
Oh, yeah, we're very excited to bring this back because we used to have a environmental film fest, and one of the highlights of it was showing the Brower Youth Awards. And they're just 4-minute little documentaries that are very impactful. And David Brower was the first executive director of Sierra Club, which is the oldest environmental organization in our country. And then he went on to form the Earth Institute for Environmental Education, and every year they highlight the work of future environmental leaders. So we will get to hear a variety of stories of what is happening already.
Fantastic, and I love that there's being incentives for young people that are getting involved in trying to protect and preserve our planet, because as we know, young people are our future. They will be stewards of this land someday just as much as we are, and they are today, even currently. So you've brought in some items today, and each one represents a theme of a movie. So can you walk us through what they mean?
I'm glad to. So the first one, I know this looks like a yard solar lamp, but it's really a street lamp that's solar powered.
A miniature street lamp, of course.
So one of the winners, Jason Kopel, Brower Youth winner, he heard about a neighborhood in Michigan that they were struggling, factory closed, and the city wasn't able to pay their utility bills, and they actually decommissioned their street lights, so their neighborhood was left in the dark. And then he formed Solidarity, which was with the community, and they were able to install solar street lamps. It's one of my favorite stories, actually.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that's one of them. And then the next we have a jar dirt, and that's not about planting, that's about testing soil samples. And last year's winner, Shannon, Lisa, heard about a city in Indiana where there were high levels of childhood cancer, rare cancers, and families weren't getting the answers. So along with her and her organization that she works with, they did detective work. It was like a cold case, toxic cold case for years. And for 2 years they took samples, air samples, dirt samples, and finally found where the chemicals were, toxic chemicals were coming from.
Wow, so those cancer diagnoses were coming from the environment, whether from the air, the soil, or things like that.
Right, so she broke the case. And then we have a little humor.
Yeah, so this little guy, Mr. Globe.
Right, with Earth Doctor. So this is middle school students in Hawaii, and they did a little film with to highlight environmental issues, and Earth isn't feeling well. So he goes to the doctor. She goes to the doctor, excuse me. She goes to the doctor, and we find out that every ailment she's having has some environmental impact. For example, Earth is having trouble breathing, and the doctor then diagnoses it as deforestation, the cutting down of trees, so the lack of oxygen. So it's very clever and funny, but at the same time, it also tells us about environmental issues that we need to be aware of.
Well, it sounds like something like that can really break down those serious issues for young people too, for kids. They, you know, you have a fun character, you know, talking about these serious issues, but in a way that we can all kind of understand it.
Right, and how they can bring that message to adults and youth, So the next is my hiking shoe and deer antler, and that's for our feature, Deer 139. Sam Dwinnell, who is a scientist with the University of Wyoming, and she and her team have been tracking mule deer, collared mule deer, following their migratory trail to see what the impacts of that is on the landscape. So they decide to, it's an 85-minute journey, and they decided to follow the same trail as the Deer 139. And so we get to go along with them on this adventure, and they ski, hike, climb mountains, taking the same path as Deer 139. And along the way, we understand how important it is for us to protect the wild habitats. So it's a great movie. That's our feature movie. It's about 40 minutes.
Oh, I love that you can go along with that journey too. Yes. So it almost feels like you're there in the action.
Yeah, and they're very fun. But it's again, you get a good sense of what the impact of what we do to the environment too. So there's that, and then this is kind of summarize some of the other ones that we have. We have wild rice from Minnesota because there's it's being grown on indigenous land, and it's being threatened, and a young indigenous woman takes up that cause. And also we have other youth that plant rain gardens, community gardens to provide food. They get hands-on experience for elementary schools. All those things are highlighted in our other shorts too.
Wow, such a wide variety of topics that are being portrayed in these films and these shorts by adults. They have created these films, but you guys are giving an opportunity for kids to kind of get in on this filmmaking job as well. You're hosting a student filmmaker contest. Why are you doing that?
Right, I'll let Bailey take over.
Okay.
Yeah, with our shorts being focused on youth activism, we wanted to create an outlet here in the Quad Cities for students. So yeah, we're putting on this film series competition, or filmmaking competition, and we're kicking it off this Sunday at 3 p.m. We're going to have free pizza party and a brainstorming session for all the students that come. And then on May 17th is when we're going to have a workshop before our film to go over how to make a film and see if it's, something that's, they want to do.
What an exciting opportunity for young folks in our area, and especially it's for such a good cause too, about making our environment a healthier place. So little Miss Globe over here can feel better. So tell us more about that pizza party, the who, what, where, when, and why.
Yeah, so the pizza party is this Sunday, March 15th at 3 p.m. at the Figge Art Museum. It's going to be down in the cafe area. And students who want to come just need to call River Action or go online and send us an email. Just let us know you're coming. And then, enjoy free pizza.
Awesome. Win-win there. Well, Bailey, Kristen, thank you ladies so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, guys, if you'd like some more information, you can contact River Action at 563-322-2969. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.